Hey everybody, I am all about vehicles, and today I'm going to be talking about what do I think about the Honda Civic Type R. So first off, I don't mind the way it looks. It looks awesome with the wing. But till recently, funny enough, I didn't know it was a hatchback with the wing. I'm like, is it a sedan? But you know how sedans come down and then they flatten down for the trunk? When I looked at the picture, I'm like, it does this and the wings here. I'm like, so therefore it's a hatchback. I'm like, one of those Homer Simpsons, dope, you know. So first off, what I like about it is it's very stylish and is aggressive. I find that the way it looks to me makes me feel like this would give you a good run for your money as a daily driver that you can drive around the city, that you can also take on the track on the weekends and whip it around the track. And this thing is going to put down some solid times for the car it is. Um, the other thing I like is it only comes in a stick shift. Yes, Honda. I find, regardless if it's a car that is built for the track, I mean track in like when do you really take it to the track? Like seriously, like you take it like in the summer, like twice probably. Um, Two people I know, fellow YouTubers, Rob, Throb Nation, and Flying Gato. They both have Type R's, and I cannot wait for the day till they both take it out on the track and literally put that gas pedal right to the floor and just shift those gears and see how fast it gets, like the speed it gets. Sorry, I got a slight cold. Um, yeah, I know it's my break. You know, I don't really want to get sick, but I am. So the Type R is an amazing view. I like it, but the one thing I do hate about it is I find there should technically be an option for something like non-racing seats. I find that people might who want to daily drive this don't probably necessarily want car or racing seats in it or whatever kind of racing seat comes in. I don't like racing seats. I think they're hard, too firm, and very uncomfortable. Um, I just personally I just don't like them. I think most of that comes because to me they're uncomfortable and to sit in them for certain amount of periods of time, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be quite difficult to do a road trip in that car. Um, and the other issue I have is it sits quite low to the ground. I know it's a car. I want to give you a break on that. I know it's a car. It sits low to the ground. Cars usually sit low to the ground because it's a car. Um, but having those diffusers or those whatever you call those things, those extra body panels, um, I just personally find I know it's a car built for the track, but I think you should be able to take those off very easily. So it gives you the extra ground clearance if you are in those climates where there is snow, also known as winters, season of winter. So you can drive this car around with slightly more ground clearance. So you can clear the snow without bottoming out driving across the snow. I also like it because it's that stick shift gives you I find a better feel of the vehicle of what it's doing physically when you shift gears. I find there's more engagement when you're driving. But what I do hate is some of these cars, you have to run on premium. Personally, if you have to run it on premium to get like 5 horsepower, like come on. I'd rather run regular. Like these turboed engines, I find that turbos are great if you live in the mountains. But I find the minute you put your foot to that floor, they suck gas. Horrible. And I know this because, excuse me, my uncle's EcoBoost 3.5 he drives it spiritually quite a bit, and it actually no lie gets worse gas mileage or the same as his Toyota Tundra SR5 Crew Max Quicksand 2018, and that thing's got an iForce V8, and that thing weighs like a lot, substantially more than that aluminum body F-150 2018 he has too. And I'm like, in that Tundra, he doesn't really drive it spiritually. He just has it. The funny part is, he lost a bet, and I'm not going to get into the bet he lost, and he had to buy a Tundra, and he had to be a man of his word, and he bought a Tundra, like, paid cash, like, the whole $59,000 Canadian dollars for that truck. I'm like, you're nuts, right? You just bought a truck because of a little cheesy $500 bet that turned into $59,000. Whoa. So, I find that whether it's a turbocharged engine or not, regardless, whether you have turbos or not, I'm not going to bang your car for that. But I'm talking about don't drive it as spiritually as you would, because I just find that it sucks more gas every time that turbo winds up. Um, and that's the only real negative I have against it besides the seats. Overall, it's a great car. I think Honda, good job. Same with the SI. Same with all the performance oriented Civics. I find, personally, if I had to pick a random daily Civic to drive day to day, it would have to be the Civic LX hatchback 6-speed. Um, the reason is I don't really want to, personally, even if I had all the money in the world, I would not pay the premium for that Type R. As much as it hates me to do it, I would not. Because I don't really want to put it on the track. I really don't want to, you know, pay premium fuel. So, at the end of the day, I'd rather buy a base hatchback Civic 6-speed. Because I don't like the sedan as much. I've always liked that sporty look and feel of a hatchback. But if I had to buy one track-oriented car, it would have to be the Type R. Because Honda, you make awesome manual transmissions. And I have to give it to you. That's one awesome transmission. Even though there's been a few issues, whether regardless of a car has an issue with anything, I look past that. I just look at the vehicle as its overall reliability, and that car is ridiculously reliable to the extent that Rob at Thumb Nation and Flying God both have one. Even though they might have, you know, a good backing on a Type R, I just still find that it's an awesome vehicle, and to keep one, if you keep one, guarantee you in 20 years they're going to be worth a lot of money, because you're going to realize, like, why did I not buy one like 20 years ago? I was like, what was I thinking? Not buying one, because guarantee they're going to go up in value. But as of now, if I had all the money in the world, I would not buy one. But as a whole, the Type R is an awesome vehicle, and yes, racing seats are not my favorite, and yes, I don't want to pay premium fuel, and yes, it's a race car, and I don't really want to drive a track-oriented car around the city, and possibly get bad gas mileage as a car would get. Like, I find, like, what a car would get normally for gas mileage. Personally, I don't like turbo cars, but for the average Joe or man or woman who's looking for a reliable city car that, they could drive spiritually, where not necessarily it would break the bank, the Type R is a awesome vehicle. Even though they're limited supply, they are one awesome vehicle. And if you have the money, you can go get yourself one, because I recommend them. Even though I don't own one and I'm only 15 and I haven't driven a single car in my life, it's one great car. I've seen multiple, I would say dozens and dozens and dozens of videos on it. Especially Rob at Rob Nation. I love his Type R, not necessarily would I get blue, because funny enough, we can't get blue in Canada. From what I know, you can only get black and white. So out of those two, I would get white. I don't like black. So my family yelling at the TV, typical. So I'm going to leave it at that. If you have any opinions of the Type R itself as a vehicle, leave it down in the comments below. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I am Keenan Dench and all about vehicles, and I am out of here. Have a good day. Bye.